What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review, and today we got it. This is the Graves reroll tech. I mentioned this briefly in my last video, talking about how, the player who kind of pioneered this tech was being a little bit, like, I don't want to reveal all the information, but I think the only reason this player didn't want to reveal this information is because they were working on an insanely in-depth guide on this comp, and if you want to know everything about this comp, I'm going to try to cover it all here in the VOD review, but I mean, obviously there's only so much I can do, so you should absolutely check this out here, as positioning, itemizations, rolling on 6 golden ox, all this kind of stuff here. And you can see this is wigwugg. He is 1000 LP here, and I mean, look, in his 50 games, 26, so half of his last 50 he's played this Graves tech and done quite well with it. 3.88 AVP. I mean, anybody would take that AVP if they can. This is not a streamer, not someone who streams, but this is also something that I want to shout out. I know this is like relatively new, but for everyone who wants to look at VODs and look at replays and stuff like this, MetaTFT has added this new replay feature where you can just pull replays, kind of similar to that program I showed you guys that my viewer made, a similar kind of idea here. So, you can look through, ooh, Goobumps played this cool Nitro game, click this, and you can watch the recording of the game, which is, it's really, really cool, actually. And so that's what we have here. wigwugg did not stream this game, but we have the VOD, and we can jump around perspectives and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's actually, I don't know, it's really, really sick here. So I'm very excited to get into this one, and I hope that these little X's go away after this round. If not, I'm gonna have to restart the VOD, but surely that'll fix itself, right? I mean, we'll see. All right, we start off here with a, okay, it did fix itself. Beautiful. We start off with a Rost here. I don't know why. Somebody pings Mia here, which, because we're in this, we can actually jump around and see. I love this replay stuff, honestly. I need to... I didn't know MetaTFT had a version of this, so I'm excited to use that. But we start off here. wigwugg not even holding the Kog'Maw here, not a Kog'Maw reroller enjoyer. But you can see actually why we might consider, and wow, this is kind of crazy from wigwugg, the solo here from Alistar in order to make gold here, and say, you know what, if I don't have, the world's most amazing opener, I'm just going to open here, play just the Alistar. Alistar can always solo these 4 minions on 1/4, and this guarantees that we get to make 10 gold. So wigwugg playing for essentially the full open here, which is something you haven't seen people doing since like early on in the set. But all right. First augment here, dual purpose golden ox crown, shimmer scale essence, and we're a golden ox believer, so we are going to just grab that golden ox crown. Pretty much immediately rolls through everything else here and just grabs golden ox crown here. It gives us a Graves, and now we can slam the stair axe, which wigwugg talks about this into his guide. I mean, if you have watched any of my videos, you know that golden ox crown is, or that stair axe, I mean, golden ox crown's pretty chill as well, but that stair axe is just a broken item, and so any start that you can get where you can slam a stair axe on a Graves, you feel good. It's actually hilarious that this guy is also playing double Graves on their board right now, but their birthday present, so of course they can't actually reroll for it. But yeah, we're gonna start off with the stair axe Graves and feel very, very good about it. Graves itemization, wigwugg covers this in the guide, but the idea is Graves is not a unit that wants double healing. He's kind of funny in that he's a manaless unit, right? I mean, if you click into this Graves spell, he just autos twice, and then he dashes. And so there's actually no benefit to building a ton of healing on him. You think about a unit like Rengar, and you can play Rengar as this kind of like drain tank with a bunch of healing items. And the nice thing about being a drain tank is, okay, I take aggro, I take a bunch of damage, that's gonna make me cast, and then I'm gonna kill some people, and then I'm gonna gain HP back, and then I'm gonna cast again. Graves, you don't have that. He does not have that drain tank function, and so you want to build attack speed on him, you want to build damage on him, you want to build stair axe onto him. So these are the kind of things that you want to build onto Graves. So yeah, don't really want to go for double healing. Titans also not very good on Graves, wigwugg talks about in the guide, because Graves has pretty horrible AP scaling, actually no AP scaling at all, right? That's okay, okay, every unit has some AP scaling, but it's just horrible. It's horrible AP scaling, so yeah, you're not at all interested in building a Titan's Resolve on this dude. So yeah, attack speed. Another great item that wigwugg calls out in the guide is Quicksilver. Another thing that we want to talk about here is we haven't pushed XP at all yet this game. And this is something that wigwugg really likes to do. I wonder what we're going to go for on carousel here, like a glove. Or I mean, that's just Graves 2 with sword, so I guess you have to take that. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, Graves 2 is Graves 2. But you really don't want to early level to 4 in this comp, because a lot of the value in playing Graves Reroll is it allows you to get a ton of golden ox procs, like as many as possible. And so the huge downside to leveling to 4 early is you're going to be 4 out of 8 golden ox, and you don't want to roll early. That's really rough. And so wigwugg, he talks about in the guide, but you will either level here at 2.5, and that's obviously putting 8 gold in here, so then you get the 8 gold here. Or if you don't level here, you're just not going to level for the rest of the stage, and then you're going to push level on minions here. So golden ox, actually, I don't know, I haven't seen anybody put like a really kind of in-depth guide here. And look at this, actually win the fight, and he goes for the kind of like, it's not a pre-level, it's like a post-level here, just saying, I want to get that 8 gold. I know that I do want to actually push 5 here, get a better unit on this board, and actually play for strongest board here. I think this makes perfect sense. I'm kind of surprised he didn't level earlier there, but I think he wanted to wait and see. You know, if I lose that fight, maybe I don't want to play for this, but because he won that fight, now we can level here and play for this. And I mean, now we're in a really nice spot. We did just make the Gunblade onto Graves. I feel like with an early game unit like this, I mean, the Sterex is fantastic, but I mean, with the snowballing value of golden ox, you do really just want to build items in general. You want to get to 3-item Graves quickly, and the nice thing is he can hold kind of a lot of stuff, and then you can just move that stuff later. You know, obviously, if we end up playing some other stuff like an Annie onto our board, we can go Nashers. Oftentimes, you're not even playing Annie, so I'm actually curious to see what we're going to do with this Nashers. But we'll see here. Pick up the Rengar and the Senna, who are other great units to include on this board, so we might actually hold both of those. And then here is the other big thing: we are going to level, get that 12 out of 12 here, and then just chill. And look at this. This is another thing that wigwugg does really, really well, and I think is very important about this comp. You could push another 4 gold to level up here, but you don't really want to waste your gold in this spot. This is a comp where you always want to play for these golden ox thresholds and just maximize that, because next round we want to roll, get the value out of you know, just going for 4 rolls to get to 16 golden ox proc, and just every single round you want to be procking golden ox every round that you can. And so this is another kind of cool, maybe, you know, I don't know about innovation, because like I think a lot of people you know, play for golden ox, but I think playing really almost greedily for golden ox is really quite important here. We actually roll really quickly here. Yeah, can we actually jump back a tiny bit there? Oh, this replay UI is actually pretty nice from shout out to Meta TFT. Actually, this is it's really cool. So if you guys want to do your own VOD reviews, you can do this. Bring me back up. I don't like that it like takes me off 2x speed all the time though. That's actually really annoying. But all right, here. I mean, Radiant Relics, Buried Treasures, Bronze. I mean, it's not going to be bronze for life. I mean, Radiant Relics is the best one to just get something onto Graves right now, and you do want, you know, just a power spike here. I mean, I guess Piercing Lotus is really not that amazing when you're just autoing. So yeah, I don't think there's that much. I mean, I guess his ability, that part can crit, but I mean, I believe the way that, you know, like this passive will work, because it's an attack, it would be able to crit. So I don't think you really need Piercing Lotus that much on this this unit. And I'm pretty sure the IE Grave stats are not amazing. Pop this here. We get Blessed BT, Sterex, Mega Shield, Equinox, Brink of Dawn, Hextech Lifeblade. I mean, must be a Sterex Mega Shield, right? I mean, Equinox is actually a really solid item as well. But I mean, I see Radiant Sterex. I click Radiant Sterex is what I'm thinking here. But we'll see here. And yeah, I think wigwugg agrees with this. So once again, this is what we talked about. We are going to roll exactly 4 times here to get to the 16 gold threshold here. We're going to actually, oh, interesting. I thought we were just going to double Sterex the Graves, maybe move like Nashers down. But we're just going to Sterex this Mundo here to say, you know what, Mundo's actually a very strong unit onto our board. He's benefiting from Bruiser, he's benefiting from Slayer, he's also benefiting from Golden Ox. So we might as well actually itemize him over the Annie here and just get the value of this onto Mundo. I think that's actually very smart from wigwugg. I think a lot of people would be tempted to just move Nashers down to Annie, but I think this itemization makes perfect sense. And a double Sterex onto Graves, how much is that really going to do? The attack speed is actually very valuable here. So once again, every single round that we can proc it, we roll down, get that 20 gold, and then stop immediately. The second we pick up Rost, that's going to fit onto this board here. Really nice. This is, I would say, a pretty standard version of the board. Obviously, we have the Golden Ox +1, so that allows us to fit 4 Golden Ox here. If you don't have 4 Golden Ox yet, you can play other Executioners. That's why we were holding on to Rengar, so, you know, that's someone. You can play other Divinicore units, like, obviously, there's the Inn of Gragas, so that's someone as well. And yeah, I mean, we are eventually, the dream is to get to a kind of hybrid Golden Ox Divinicore board here. That's just, I mean, the synergy between these two trait webs is so nice here. What are we taking here? I would be interested in something like maybe an LW. Well, we can't get that, so we're gonna have to take, yeah, just Cloak here. I mean, I don't think we really went Rod that badly, so yeah, Cloak here seems fine. We can pick this up. I don't know that we actually have a slam out of it yet, but once again, gonna roll down, get that Golden Ox proc, and then chill here. I mean, this could just be, oh, it's QSS, right? QSS, Sterax, and then what, like Gunblade, and then move the Nashers down? Yep, so that's why the Cloak is so good here, QSS. I mean, I think QSS and Sterax are the two kind of like BIS items that wigwugg pointed out, and then you can probably go like healing last item. You're gonna want healing last item in most scenarios. There are probably scenarios where you can actually just greed and not make it, but you can see the power of this Graves unit absolutely smurfing on these early boards here. We're going to once again roll down, get our Golden Ox proc here. We do have an Aphelios here, and this is something else that I think wigwugg does, and just kind of an opinion he has about the comp. We're gonna fit in 6 Golden Ox for now, but I'm actually curious to see how long we play 6 Golden Ox for, because wigwugg is of the opinion that 6 Golden Ox is, I mean, when you just look at the numbers, right, 24 to 26, like the amount of amp you get from playing 6 Golden Ox is nothing. The value is in actually getting all of these item components, and so it's very plausible that we are going to play this game on 6 Golden Ox here for a while, farm up some components, and then get out of it later. But all right, roll to 32, stop immediately, pick up our Graveses here, 6 Graves. Honestly, I feel like we're low rolling a little bit on Graves with how much gold we farmed from this unit, but you can see the power of just the early game of this Grave unit post buff here. That's another Graves actually, so we can very likely roll down here for Graves 3 here. We get a Spat, interestingly enough. I mean, yeah, we could make another. Okay, so this is actually going to be the double Golden Ox game. We're going to make Shojin here. We're going to get 6 in, but also fit the Senna in. Going to roll down to 36 here. Even though we're one off Graves 3, once again, it's just such a crazy thing, but I think it makes sense when you just think about the raw value of Golden Ox. Even though we are one off Graves 3, we are not going to continue rolling here. I mean, we're 85 HP. I think maybe if we were like really low here, you could make the call to like stop, but I mean, I don't think it makes that much sense here. All right, last Augmento here. I mean, actually, is something like a Cyber. I mean, Cyber Implants must be fantastic here, right? I mean, the Golden Ox units want AD. Obviously, we're not playing Aphelios right now, but we could eventually play it, maybe just over this Annie slot here. The other upside is obviously, you know, AD. Golden Ox units aren't getting any bonus AD. Executioners are not getting bonus AD. So AD should be a pretty useful trait, a useful stat on these units. And we're obviously going to farm extra components with Golden Ox. We are already up 3 full items with these items. So I feel like it is just an implants here, but we'll see what wigwugg wants to go for here. I mean, I would be quite surprised if we picked a sponging. He's kind of thinking about it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just that. I mean, Flurry of Blows, some crit chance onto him. It seems quite awkward to position. I would imagine it's just implants here, but we'll see here. Get us at 2x. Oh, wow. He does actually take the Flurry of Blows here. Okay, I'm interested to see how this goes. We're going to roll down here, pick up the Graves, and then immediately start using that gold to level here. So yeah, Flurry of Blows here, and he's going to go for this. Yeah, this is kind of positioning that I've talked about in other setups when you are, you know, in spots where you have one of these melee carries, you can actually bring him back here, and the big thing is move your other units up here, actually, which is, it's kind of hilarious, but it makes sense. Now we have this huge power spike of Graves 3. And now the game can actually kind of diverge a bit here. I mean, you probably split here just to try to deny people gold. But the game actually, yeah, can kind of diverge in this. What? One player chose to split and it was wigwugg? That is so illegal here. How is that even possible? What? Oh, I mean, this guy's just a beast. That's all you can say about it. But yeah, your path can kind of diverge on level 7, right? Either you can roll for the Jarvan and the Senna type stuff. I mean, these are other units that can spike our board really hard. You've seen a lot of wigwugg's match history. He does have the Jarvan 3. You can also just start pushing levels from this spot. I'm curious to see what wigwugg does here, because I mean, we're only 3 Senna, 3 Jarvan, but I wonder, I mean, there is a lot of value in just using rolls. I mean, you're getting double duty on the Golden Ox value. You know, a pump of 4 gold of XP is 4 Golden Ox, and then, you know, rolling is also giving you that 4 Golden Ox, so you kind of get double value on your gold here. Just gonna pick up Rod here. Just, I mean, at this point, we do need some anti-heal, and we also don't have armor shred, so those are our big things we're gonna be looking for here. We do opt to just level here. Okay, so yeah, I think this makes sense just from the perspective of we're 3 Senna, 3 Jarvan. We're pretty far. I imagine like just pushing levels in this spot is going to be just a lot more value. So makes sense. And this round we can get the full Golden Ox value. And you can just look at this. Look at this. Oh my God. But this comp looks so fun to play. I actually can't wait to play this myself. And I can't wait until our ladder is absolutely inundated with this comp. But yeah, this round actually, we roll it down here. I mean, this makes perfect sense. We're actually really paired up here, right? We had the Annie pair, we had the Vex pair, we had the Gragas pair. We have all this stuff to roll for. So now we actually opt to roll down. And you can also, in this setup, kind of see what the board is that you would normally play. It's just we're 6 Golden Ox instead of 4 because we have double spat. But if we didn't have double spat, we would just be 4 Golden Ox here. Also, is this the most low roll game of all time? I feel like we haven't farmed a single component this stage. Is Golden Ox just like bugged here or something? Like, how have we not farmed a component like the entire stage? Am I going crazy? Are they like, are we getting secret components? I don't, like we must have killed like, I don't know, like 30 units with Golden Ox and not farmed a single item. I just don't get that, but okay. Really looking for heal cut or armor shred. We can only get one on the Morello here. We are going to make that onto Vex just because she is kind of a better AoE'er. And then this also allows us to move Shojin and Nashers over to the Annie here. I think the beautiful itemization from Mr. Wigwugg. We also get to make a JG onto Annie, which is really nice with the extra crit chance from our augment. So I think this is beautiful here. The one thing I will say is we haven't really got to talk about Graves' positioning, and the guide talks about this positioning that we're not actually doing this game, and it's because it's a little bit, here, let me get our board back here. It's a little bit awkward. With this Zeke's, I think it's a little bit more awkward, but you do always want to put Graves second row, because once again, he's not a unit that really thrives on like taking aggro and drain tanking. He's one of these units that you really just kind of want to protect and just have him kill stuff. Wigwugg talks about kind of like blocking your Graves, having unit here, unit here, unit here, and then using that to kind of force Graves to wrap here. We're not doing that in this setup, and I think the idea is just because, I mean, it's a little bit awkward. We have to third row Graves anyway, and so it's going to be hard to make him wrap otherwise. And then it's also like maybe we just don't have enough of a front line to really support that positioning. But something worth calling out here is I think that's the default Graves positioning, is like Graves in this hex, and then 3 units here, and then another unit here just to stop their front line from walking into you. And then you try to make him wrap that way. But I think Wigwug's saying, okay, maybe third row Graves, we want to actually spread our front line out a little bit, just make him, just kind of use him as a carry in these fights. That is a kind of hilarious Zach. And I mean, even in fights like these, Graves positioning very, very important, getting him same side as the enemy carry, because even in spots like this, we are still wrapping to backline here, which is, I mean, it's of huge importance here. We pick up the Viego. Does it even get played on this board? I mean, we're not cutting Annie. I don't think we're cutting. How do you actually fit? I mean, maybe eventually you could cut Annie and play Viego over there if you hit like Viego 2, but I don't know. I mean, these items do very well into Annie. I don't know how we're gonna fit. I mean, maybe we'll just play 7 Golden Ox, honestly. We'll see here. Another fight against, by the way, Rapid Fire Renekton 300 stat cash out. Just cleared, by the way. Just cleared easily by Gravis Awavis. Just a ton of damage from Graves and I mean, you think about it, right? He's taking this damage. He's probably also tanking. Yeah, 5k damage blocked and 7k damage dealt. I mean, that is the power of Graves. Oh, we actually, interestingly enough, we took Spark off Carousel here. I thought for sure this was going to be a Last Whisper here. There's no secret armor shred on this board that I'm missing, right? I mean, you have the armor shred from Jarvan, but I don't really think it's enough here. All right, we do pick up our Viego 2, so this is going to be fit in. Oh, okay. Oh, this is really nice. Okay, so we cut the Alistar at this point, fit Koboko in, and then play it over the Alistar. Oh, genius. I love that. Yeah. So then we still get to play the Annie. Once again, gonna roll down, get that 56 round on the Golden Ox here, 78.8% damage amp. It's just disgusting. And now we have the Koboko 2, we have the Vex 2. I mean, we've hit everything here. This board is just beautifully capped from Wigwugg. And like I said, you can play this as a more reroll oriented board after you hit the Graves, so you can go for stuff like Jarvan 3, Senna 3. We didn't go for it this game, but you know, I mean, I think we're doing completely fine here with this setup. And this is a cool way to showcase, you know, this is how you can play for kind of a max cap board if you have, you know, a Golden Ox +1, if you're in the spot here where you get a bunch of them. Farm another item here. I didn't actually see, I think it teleported to our board. No, what? I thought, oh, I guess it was just, okay, so it's that. We actually, oh my god, is Wigwugg a beast? Reforges Guinsu into Crown Guard here, or, you know, obviously, he reforged the component so that he could get Crown Guard here, which is one of the best items onto Koboko here, so we get to pick this up. This is fantastic. I wonder if you ever want to, like, move Golden Ox up to Koboko at this point. I would not be feeling bad about that. We do get TG here for the Viego, which is really, really nice here. Yeah, I imagine Koboko, I mean, is he going to be... I would think he'll, at this point, is going to outdamage the Senna, so I'd move this up. But, you know, Wigwugg is the Golden Ox Enjoy. And you can see here him doing this. Triple units in the front positioning with the Graves here. The idea, it didn't really happen this fight, so... you know, rough, but the idea is that these units will block Graves and he'll just jump ahead of them. The idea is walk up here, and then when he dashes, he's going to dash forward. He can't dash to any of these hexes, so he's going to dash, you know, just into the entire enemy backline. So that's the idea. Another Golden Ox proc here. These late Golden Ox procs are so big. 87% damage amp on this board, and I don't know if this... I mean, this is a very respectable board here. Some Zac Blobs, a 2-star Samira here, but I just don't think they at all have the damage to clear this Graves, and so it's an easy dub for Mr. Wigwugg on this board. I mean, just such a cool comp to talk about. Completely underplayed. There's nobody else playing this comp. There's a few people who have seen Wigwugg playing it and who are, like, trying to replicate it, but I don't think they had the secret sauce until now. So shout out to Wigwugg for leaking the tech and writing that guide. I'll have a link to the guide and all of Wigwugg's links down below, his Twitch, his Twitter, all that kind of stuff. So go check him out, give him some love, give him a follow. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.